Wildfires have been scorching western parts of the nation recently, even claiming the lives of 19 firefighters in Arizona. While recent rains have kept fires at bay in Oklahoma, wildfires are becoming more common across the state, and it has rural firefighters working to keep communities and people safe. Oklahoma Horizon's Keela Kellen reports.
Fire season can be a busy time of year for rural fire departments.
Last year was a little different than most seasons. We didn't get a lot of rain like you talked about. We were in the drought, which in turn puts us into the wildfire season almost year-round. Jason
Miller is the fire chief in Luther and says last year is a year that he will never forget.
Without that rain, grasses stay super dry. If your humidities are real low, winds are up, and then the heat, that takes a toll on those firefighters when they're out there fighting those fires as well. So last year was a little bit different than most years in the past.
And last year's record-setting drought made volunteers all that more important.
This year, as in years past, departments all across the state, paid, combination, and volunteer, all ramping up, getting ready for the wildland season.
John Hansen is the chief of firefighter training and says the importance of volunteers should not be overlooked.
Around 75 to 80% of all firefighters in the great state of Oklahoma are volunteer. So the numbers are greater, but it's the same exact job that we're doing. It's just a difference in the big city, the folks having a full-time situation versus the part-time situation in the rural areas. Most volunteer departments don't fight the volume of structure fires that the metropolitan area departments do. And then most metropolitan departments don't fight the wildland fires that the rural volunteer fire departments do. So there's a happy mix there. Paid firefighters can learn a lot from our volunteers in that wildland situation, and certainly our volunteers can learn from our paid firefighters on the structural side.
A harmonious mix that continues to be the reason why our fire service works so well.
I can't stress enough the importance of all fire, the Oklahoma Fire Service. And our men and women in the volunteer fire service should be commended for doing that thing. They get up in the middle of the night out of their own bed and come to you when you're having your very worst time. So it's a great mix. Our paid combination and volunteer fire departments, all of our departments in the state, our state's getting a pretty good bang for the buck.